their capsule paper. Third, AFM. ASB standard for the main focus. ASB shall determine the board of in the preparation of accounting standard. ASB will assist um, assist the group of constituents to consider specifics of it. Will also help the dialogue with the representative of the government, public, private sector, industry, other organizations for asserting their views. Based in the above exposure, draft of proposed standard will be prepared and issued to its members. A mandatory accounting standard, if not followed, require the auditors who are member of ICAI to qualify their audit reports filing which they will guilty professional misconduct. Both the SEBI and Company Act 2013 require auditor qualified audit reports. Mandatory accounting standards section 1345 of the Companies Act 2013. Under the section 129(5) the Companies Act 2013, where the financial statements do not comply with the accounting standards, the deviation from accounting standard, the reason of such a deviation, the financial effects of any rising out of such deviation. Accounting standards. The Institute of Chartered Accountants of India had so far issued 29 standard: disclosure of accounting policy, valuation of invention, cash flow statement, account standard total 29. First step, disclosure of accounting policies. Second, valuation of inventories. Third, cash flow statement. Fourth, contingency in event occurring after the balance sheet date. Fifth, net profit or loss of the period, and extraordinary items and change in less accounting policies. Six, depreciation of accounting. Seven, accounting for construction contract. 8, accounting for research and development deleted 1/4/2003. Revenue recognition, accounting for fixed asset, accounting for effects of change in foreign exchange rates, accounting for government grants, accounting for investment, accounting for amalgamation, accounting for retirement benefits in the financial statement, employee borrowing cards, segment reports, related party disclosure, leases. Accounting of taxes of income, accounting for investment in association and consolidation, financial statement, discontinuing operation, interim financial report, intangible asset, financial reporting of interest in joint ventures, impairment of asset, provision, contingent liability and contingent asset. Apart from this, there are three not mandatory accounting standards. 30. Financial instrument recognition and measurement, financial instrument presentation of financial instrument disclosure. Not mandatory accounting standard: recognition and measurement, presentation and disclosure. Generally accepted accounting principle of USA US GAAP. What is the full form GAAP? Generally accepted accounting principle. Generally accepted accounting principle are a set of rules that encompass the detailed complexity and legality of business and corporate accounting. The Financial Accounting Standards uses GAAP as the foundation for its comprehensive set of approval Accounting methods and practices. US law US law requires businesses that release financial statements to the public. Companies that are publicly traded as a stock exchange indicate the following gap, which incorporate 10 key concepts. First, principle of regularity. GAAP compliant accountant strictly adhere to established rules and regulations. Second, principle of consistency. Consistent standards are applied throughout the financial reporting process. Principle of sincerity. Principle of permanence of method. Principle of non-compensation. Principle of prudence. Principle of continuity. Principle of periodicity. Principle of materiality. A principle of utmost good faith. Guard compliance make the financial reporting process transparent, standardized, adoption, terminology, definition, and methods. External parties can easily compare financial statements issued by GAAP, compliant entities, and safely assume consistency, which allow for quick and accurate cross comparisons. Because GAAP standard delivery, transparency, and continuity, they enable investor and stakeholder to make sound, evidence-based decisions. The consistency of GAAP compliance also allows companies to more easily evaluate strategic business options. These three rules are basic accounting principles and guidelines. These 10 guidelines separate an organization transaction from the personal transaction of its owners. Rules of standard issued by FASB and its predecessor, the Accounting Principle Board. The company includes standards based on the best practice previously established by the APB. These organizations are rooted in historic regulation and government financial reporting, which was implemented by the federal government following the 1929 stock market crash that triggered the Great Depression. Generally accepted industry practice. There is no universal GAAP model followed by the all organizations across every industry. Rather, particular business follow industry specific best practices designed to reflect the nuance and complexity of different areas of business. For example, banks operate using a different set of accounting and financial reporting methods than those used by retail businesses. International Financial Reporting System (IFRS) are accounting standards that are issued the International Accounting Standard Board. The International Financial Reporting Standard is issued by International Accounting Standard Board with the objective of providing a common accounting language to increase transparency in the presentation of financial information. What is IASB? International Accounting Standard Board is an independent body formed in 2001 with the sole responsibility of stabilizing the international financial reporting standard. It succeeded the International Accounting Standard Committee, which was earlier given the responsibility of stabilizing the international accounting standard. IASB is based in London. It has also provided the conceptual framework for financial reporting issued in 2010, which provided conceptual understanding and the basis of accounting practice under IFRS. The principal objectives of IFRS Foundation are to develop a single set of high quality and stable, enforceable, globally acceptable international financial reporting standard through its standard setting body, the International Accounting Standard Board, to promote the use of rigorous application those standards, to take accounting to financial reporting needs of emerging economy and small medium sized entities, to promote faculty adoption IFRC being standard and interpretation issued by IASB. List of financial reporting standards. List of international financial reporting standards. Standard title: First time adoption of international financial reporting standards. Share-based payment, business combination, insurance contracts, non-current asset held for sale and discontinue operation, exploration and evaluation of mineral resources, financial instrument disclosure, operating segment financial instrument, consolidation financial statement, joint arrangement disclosure of interest in other entities, fair value measurement, regulatory deferred account, revenue from contract with customer, lease insurance contract, estimate of cash flows, accounting of policies in accounting estimate, event reporting period, income tax, property plant, leases, revenue, employee benefit, accounting for government grant and disclosure of government the effects of change in foreign exchange rate. Borrowing cost, related party disclosure, accounting and reporting for retirement, earning per share, interim financial reporting, impairment of asset, provision of contingent liability, contingent asset, intangible asset. Interim financial reporting, impairment of asset, provision, contingent liabilities, intangible asset, financial instrument, recognition, measurement, investment property. Agriculture. Difference between US GAAP and IFRS. Difference between IFRS and US GAAP. Document included in the financial statement. Balance sheet. Difference between US GAAP and IFRS is to documentation include the financial statement. Balance sheet. Requirement is split up the current and non-current asset and liabilities. Balance sheet, income statement, change in equity, cash flow statement, footnote. US GAAP balance sheet, income statement, statement of comprehensive income, change in equity, cash flow statement. Balance requires split of current. Required split of current and non-current asset and liabilities. Comments separation of current and non-current asset and liabilities. Deferred taxes. Real account may be the following step: tangible real account and tangible real account. Tangible real account, these are the such things that the tangible which is, can be used, seen, touched physically. Example, land. These are such things that cannot be touched, that is trademark, patent, etc. The following list indicates some more of usual accounts coming under each category: plant and machinery, investment, land, building, and stock in hand. Okay. Net bill receivable, trademark, and cash. That is real account. Plant, machinery, investment, land, building, stock, and debit. Nominal account. Nominal account, they are the following the usual coming under the category nominal account: interest, salaries, rent, corridors, commission received, insurance, discount received, baggage, and credit debits. Okay. Account and common accounting machine. Account and common accounting machine. The cash book may be defined as a record transaction concerning the cash receipt and cash payment. In other words, in cash book, all transaction, receipt and payment of cash recorded as soon as they are taken place. Cash book is in the form of an account and actually it serves the purpose of cash account. Cash book does serve the purpose of a book of original entity as well as their ledger account. A cash book has the following feature: only cash transaction recorded in the cash book. It performs the function of both the journal and ledger at the center. All cash transactions are recorded in the debit side and cash payment are recorded in the credit side. Okay, cash receipt recorded in debit side and cash payment received in credit side. It record only one extra transaction of cash. All cash transactions recorded chronologically in cash book. Type of cash book: simple cash book, single cash book, that is cash book will only record the cash transaction. The cash coming in the will the left the cash payment will not be in the, and since will record in the cash transaction as there is no need for cash ledger account. Date, particular loss for receipt number, amount, date, particular ledger folio, voucher number, amount. The date on which cash received is paid is entered in the column. Particular the name of account in respect to which the amount is issued and paid on. Ledger folio, the column shows page number of ledger where the entirety is ledger. Two column cash book. Two column cash book, they are listed one column given additional column the discount so long with the cash transaction. The discount in the same cash book, so both the discount received in the discount discount is recorded if any organization the general practice is given the receiving discount. This is the practical option. Discount is a nominal account, so the discount is given is on the debit side and discount received is on the credit side. At the end of the period, we balance both columns and transfer the column. Prepare the two column cash book for the following entry: cash in hand 15,000 received from ABC 4,800, discount 200. Put bought for cash 1,500, a cash paid 1,100 for 2,400 and discount 100 to cash book ledger. That cash book ledger particle to balance cash 15, discount 301 by goods purchase cash 1,500. Okay, to be ABC account 480, 200, 11 account 250. Three column cash book, the cash book where the cash, the discount rate is in the bank columns in the development of banking. Most firms these days prefer the dealing checks and other services of exchange, and so having the bank column cash book makes using thing the concept. So when you receive the check, you deposit in the bank camps. Petty cash in the firm, there is usually happening in the these are recorded in the one of the format in the cash, but there are the many cash transactions happening in a very small account sometimes. There are dozens of such transactions that occur one day. So the two types of petty cash book: simple petty cash book and complicated petty cash book. Generally refers to recording of the business transactions systematically in a summarized in a journal. It means the process of entering the two qualified transactions in the form debits and credit in the journal. First date, particle, ledger, failure, debit amount, credit amount. Date in the first column of the date of transaction is entered the year the most probably written. Top poem that is repeated in every particle. There the accounting entry is written summarized for the debit and credit. The one involved transaction is in the journal. On the first time the account is debited of the DR is written at the right and the same line the content. On the second line the account credit is written the prefix to and after the debit the specific words. Okay. The rules of journalism transaction. Personal account is related to the person. Is related to the person whom business keeps dealing debit the receiver and creditor. Goods worth 5,000 sold to Alpha. Here because Alpha is receiving the good, so it is a debited. Real account is related to property. Goods must come for the business. Rule: debit what comes in the credit was bought. Goods worth 7,000 sold on cash. The cash account is to be debited because cash follows out. Nominal account it related to business expenses, loss, some gains. Rules: debit all expenses, the loss in the credit income and profit. Just solve for the example. Generally in the following transaction journal Mr. Journal 1 January 1 rate paid rent 4,000 sold good at the house for 10,000. आंसर रेंट डेबिट हो गया तो कैश अकाउंट क्रेडिट हो गया. ठीक, रेंट किया डेबिट हुआ कैश अकाउंट क्रेडिट. इन जर्नल ऑफ मिस्टर अभिनव. हर्ष अकाउंट डेबिट होगा 10,000 गुड्स अकाउंट क्रेडिट हो जाएगा. ओके. Record of the following transaction: bank column cash book of December 2000 started business with cash 80,000, deposit in bank 50,000, receipt cash for 1,000, bought goods for cash 8,000, bought goods for check 10,000, paid 12 for by cash 20,000, relieve the bank of coffee use 2,000, rent paid by check 20,000. Capital cash first December 2009 ठीक है. कैपिटल फर्स्ट दिसंबर कैश 80,000. कैश बुक में जब कैश हुआ तो बैंक में कैपिटल. ओके. ठीक, तो इधर डेबिट होगा और इधर क्रेडिट हो जाएगा बैंक में. इसके बाद फिर कैश 50,000 और परचेस 8,000. ओके. अभिनव 1,000 परचेस 10,000. ओके. Meaning a book, cash book, passbook. Meaning a book that keeps a record of cash and is known as a cash book. A book is used by bank to record deposit and withdrawal is known as passbook. Prepared by firms, prepared by banks. Side effects. This side affected receipt will be shown in the debit side while payment are entered in credit side. Deposit will be shown in credit side and while withdrawal are showing debit side. But इधर पेमेंट इस क्रेडिट साइड शो करता है. ठीक है. कैशबुक में पेमेंट क्रेडिट साइड, उसमें ठीक उल्टा. मतलब प्रिपरेशन डिस्क्रेंसी कंपल्सरी, रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ चेक डिपॉजिट और कलेक्शन, डेट ऑफ डिपॉजिट, डेट ऑन विच द अमाउंट इज क्रेडिटेड फॉर द डेबिटर बैंक. चेक इज टू क्रेडिटर, डेट ऑफ विच व्हेन द अमाउंट इज पेड टू बैंक टू क्रेडिटर. व्हाट इज द बैलेंस इफेक्ट बाय डेबिट सो कैश एट बैंक व्हाइल क्रेडिट बैलेंस ओवरड्राफ्ट. डेबिट बैलेंस shows overdraft while the credit balance shows cash at the bank. Understand reconcile. The bank statement is received particularly says everyone we check it for the clerical and if any error are found we often revise statement content no error. The balance is this statement gives us a firm starting point to proceed for. Finding out one entries which require change in the cash book. These entries are present in the cash book but not in the bank book. These entries give us to adjustment bank balance. Finding out a critical mistake in our cash book rectify them. Finding out entries which require change. Preparing reconciliation statement. Based on the three steps we can prepare a statement called bank reconciliation. It is a part intend or note that step that gives us just the bank balance which is the national figure and not the actual balance in the account which is bank step 2 and 3 result. Actually changing the balance step 2 and 3. Statement adjustment of the bank balance near need for the bank reconciliation statement. Accuracy, check of entry, rectifying incorrect entries, update cash book, detect sub delay, check on dishonest behavior of employees. The cash book of the Mr. Williams was the 8,300 the balance in the bank on 31 December 2019, but we find this does not agree with the balance as per the bank passbook, which shows a balance of 15,534. On it, you find the following description. One first division the payment side of cash book was undercut for 100. A check of 100 is total purchase was taken in the bank column on deposit of 10 by issued the cash book. There is no bank column. There are only entries in the debit of the 15,000. Item deposit amount date so the rough working correction cash book of error debit उल्टा वाला credit or debit or debit wrong carry forward the balance. Ongoing check record is under casting payment side check issued. The balance system will be death and the in bank statement statement of the balance 8 check for deposit but not the credit subject check issued but not present at the bank for payment. It's balance in the bank balance as the cash book. Adjustment made for calculator subject calculators add credit entries of the bank's statement but not appearing in the cash book. Subtract debit entries shown in the bank statement but not appearing in the cash book. How prepare the bank reconciliation between the next day the cash book and past book. After it is given the following points will be noted. Find out the predict which both of set are given. Compare the cash book debit side with the passbook credit side and the cash book credit side with the passbook. Which both of the set are given the common that is cash book statement in the way but for which both the states are given in common that is the cash book represented the person. Whether period is some component will appear in the console statement. When the period different common entries will appear in the console. Adjusting the cash book, we have learned certain entries appear in the passbook file and the compare the passbook with the passbook. Inside entries are incorporated in the cash book. The trade and none the correct bank balance it any so that you can issue check from the question therefore prefer bank process when the content balance is in the cash book and just the cash book balance. And the item which can be just in the cash book are payment made by the bank as per standing bank charge interest or bank order debited by the bank. Correction of interest scrutiny dividend on share of bank. Date for dishonour of check in the passbook direct deposit before person to complete the cash book. Advance the bank reconciliation statement. Following the preparing the bank reconciliation each of the management to check the accuracy of the entries made in the cash book. Is have reject errors and tax timely calculation of balance. Even important control technical management, it's for the correct of bank balance at any particular time. Illegal fraud committed by the staff and cash and check and thus the management have to effectively control. But unit 5 trial balance justification error and adjustment closing entries. Trial balance multiple entries in various accounts will make a ledger taking all the ledger balance and presenting them in a single worksheet of the particular test of trial balance. We must first understand the following. Double entries recording two entries for a single transaction that is equal or opposite in nature. All transactions recorded in double entry system bookkeeping. There is a summary of all journal in a similar nature. Feature of a project trial balance. It is listed of debit and credit balance of all ledger including the cash and bank balance. It may provide to apply automatically accuracy of transactions recorded in the book of account. It is usually prepared at the end of the year, but it can be prepared at any time when required.
वही तो बोल रही है कि सोच रही कि कोई ये है जैसे ये तो उससे कोई वो सब भी कम ना है कि ना सबका अपना अपना स्टैंडर्ड है ऐसे ज़्यादा स्टैंडर्ड लगती है तो क्या बोलते हैं जे को सही बोल रही थी, वो जितने ही रहता है ना उतने बच्चा का वजन है। बहुत लग रही है सुनते हैं ये फिर मामा इतना पड़ा। वही थोड़ी बड़ी है ना, तो भी आपको पता। इतना तारीफ कर लगी ना तो सब एक से एक है। अच्छा एक रे तारीफ करे छो दुनिया दुनिया की काम कम है काम। सब बोलने में एक्सपर्ट ऐसे कर दिया अपने मुंह से कि सास का सुनती नहीं है, वो बहुत अच्छा करती है। वो तो घटाया जैसे उसको बोल देती है, आके बना के रखती है सब कुछ पैक करके टिफिन निकल गया हमारा से ना होगा पूरा नहीं करेगा आदमी करे लेकिन रख रखना करने वाला। अच्छा लेकिन बात है क्या उसके उसके तर्क देती है कि सास को करती है तो कहते हैं और तुम क्या बोलोगे, मेन बात ये है। तो कल को अपना सोचेगी कि कैसे क्या करना है। हाँ वही है जब तक हो सकता कर करती है, सोचती हूँ कि सुबह में टाइम नहीं मिलता तब ना करके दे देती है। मेरी बात है पूरा कि हाँ बिल्कुल।
Types of trial balance. Go trial balance strategy. Prepare the following tax to debit and credit of the following ledger contact or the receipt of payment cash flow when the separately cash when discount right now so the account and the ledger and bank cash account. The debit and credit total against each other. Example 31st March. The total of debit credit of various ledger accounts is the payment size of cash bank as become mutual and the mutual ठीक है। टोटल ऑफ डेबिट साइड 10,000 बिना कैपिटल, टोटल ऑफ क्रेडिट साइड 1,35,000, टोटल 25,000 ड्राइंग ठीक है, 15,000 स्टाफ फिर 1,90,000 परचेस ठीक है, 25,000 18,000 सीधा ठीक है ठीक है 30,000 ठीक है। तो ग्रॉस टायर बैलेंस इधर अभिनव 10,000 डेबिट क्रेडिट 1,35,000 ठीक है, ड्राइंग 25,000 स्टॉक मार्केट 15,000 डेबिट परचेस परचेस रिटर्न sales return expenses customers suppliers cars देना बैंक cash टोटल इतना टोटल नेट ट्रायल बैलेंस नेट बैंक में बैलेंस इस अमाउंट ऑफ ड्रॉन एंड सो नेट ट्रायल बैलेंस डेबिट टोटल ऑफ एन अकाउंट इज मोर देन सो डेबिट बैलेंस क्रेडिट टोटल क्रेडिट बैलेंस। तो अभिनव कैपिटल नेट ट्रायल बैलेंस 31 मार्च द ड्राइंग स्टॉक ठीक है, परचेस रिटर्न सेल्स रिटर्न एक्सपेंसेस कस्टमर्स ठीक है, कार देना बैंक ठीक है, टोटल ठीक है। डिसएग्रीमेंट ऑफ ट्रैवल डिसएग्रीमेंट ऑफ ट्रैवल्स में टू टाइप्स credit card is the principal credit card is the omission or commission or compensating errors which are error of omission will occur when the transaction not recorded in the books accounting omissions of entry. The error of omission two types partial commission. The partial may appear in the relation of the subsidiary book instead of when the transaction entered in the subsidiary book but not for the book but it will entered in the debit side. There is a supplier account